It's only me.
Kettle's boiled.
All right. Do you want one?
No thanks.
Has Mum phoned?
Yeah, she's on her way. If we keep shouting, we might manage to wake Alice up. How'd it go?
Oh, lawyers or something else, aren't they?
Oh, that bad?
Well, I've got to play the system. In my statement, I rubbish Elsa, and in hers, she rubbishes me. I don't know where that leaves us.
Custody battles can get very ugly. If you want to keep Alice, you have to do whatever it takes.
You'd do well in the legal profession, Kathy.
Thanks.
So, child mind if I want to get back to work.
The local authority will register.
Yeah, I'll give him a call today. Do you think leaving Alice all day with a stranger will go against me?
No, it doesn't matter. It'd be the same for Elsa.
Are you going to the memorial ceremony?
No, I'm going to see Chris. I'm sure Eric will understand. Will you give him my apologies?
Could have set out somewhere to live before I go to court.
Chris will be home in 3 weeks. I wish I could help.
At least I've got a job. Seth hasn't even got that. What's he going to do at his age?
Hi. Emma Hassel from Glen.
Hi, where are you going?
Maths.
Luke, this is Biff, my boyfriend.
Oh, right.
I'll keep saying this till I'm blue in the face. Ma isn't going to get any better.
Well, whatever happens, I am not going to preside over another brotherly row, OK?
Yeah, OK. All right.
Let's get practical. What are we going to do about the cottage and Leonard's belongings?
Sarah, we can't do anything till Ma recovers.
Well, what if she doesn't?
Bills have come in for them already, and there'll be more.
Well, we pay him. What with?
Leonard's money.
Well, do we have the right to touch his money?
Oh, we do for paying his bills.
Nothing like robbing the dead, is there?
Even if we decide that's what we're going to do, and we haven't, how do we do it?
Well, he must have a bank account. So we've got to see him. Besides which, Ma's outlived Leonard, so the money presumably goes to her.
I think it's best not to presume anything where the promise of money's concerned.
Well, what about his cars? He's got one here, one over in Spain. Again, they'll probably go to Ma.
Inheriting 2 cars. That'll be ironic.
Why?
Well, you're not getting replacement value for yours, only market value.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Me out of pocket.
Well, blame the insurance company, not me.
Leonard's estate will be liable for his bills, but we need legal control to pay them. It might all depend on how long Annie lives.
Ma is going to recover.
We could be having this conversation every week for the next 5 years, and Ma would still be in the same condition.
Jack, she's going to get better. I just know she is.
Well, you told me that already.
Happy anniversary.
They're wonderful. Thank you.
Do you mind putting this water?
I like surprise lunches. We should do it more often.
Well, when we've got more anniversaries to celebrate, we will. Until then, we'll have to make do with the one we've got. So we're going out tonight, too.
You know, this kind of attention could turn a girl's head.
How do you find working in the same place as your ex-husband?
What's brought this on?
Just wondering.
OK. Working near my ex-husband is similar to living with my ex-husband. Much better than I expected. And how's it for you, darling?
Well, love is a many splendid thing.
Say it.
Kim, getting any younger. Who is? And I'd still like to have a couple of kids before subsiding into my rocking chair. But if that's not what you want, it's okay. I want you before anything. I want us. Kids would just be a bonus.
Just being back together again's a bit of a surprise. Oh, a pleasant one. And yeah, my biological clock's ticking too. And the idea of trying for a baby again doesn't completely repel me. But can we just, you know...
Fine. Fine. You're okay?
Yes, I am. I'm okay. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
That's okay, then. So, what do we do now?
Get married?
See, you do fancy her.
Yeah, what if I do? What's up to you?
He's better looking than you are.
Better looking than Danny?
See you later.
See you. Don't mess with my property, okay?
Don't mess with mine.
Dolores?
Everything all right, Jessica? Yeah, fine. Listen, I was thinking I better put Dad out of his misery soon. He'll have a heart attack otherwise.
Yes. What's Luke doing with Brian Fowler?
Oh, I think Luke thinks he's getting a bit close to his bike.
That boy's trouble. I better tell him to steer clear.
Your mum looks worried.
Hello, Luke.
What do you want?
To keep you out of trouble.
Thanks, Mum.
Come in.
Rachel said you wanted to see me.
Oh, yes. Michael, would you sit down? Well, how are things?
Well, Mum's dead, apart from that, great.
Sorry. Really, I was just wondering how you were managing to cope. You know, it's important not to keep things bottled up. In fact, I've recommended to some people in the village that they seek professional help. I do think you are suffering from stress, though. It affects some people later than others. And some of your recent actions haven't passed without comment.
Donna, you mean?
I was really thinking about your behaviour towards your stepfather.
Well, yeah, it's true. I do have a problem in that area.
Well, recognising that fact is the first positive step.
Yeah, well, it's not that easy. You see, the problem is Eric Pollard's murdered my mum, and I don't really see what good a counsel will do on that score. Unless he's got a gun I can borrow.
14p changed, huh? Jack?
Oh. All right, Jack? Just dropped in to see how Donna's progressing.
Yes, well, she's on the mend, you know.
Oh, good. Well, that's good news. No permanent damage, then?
Time will tell.
Fingers crossed.
Sarah and me really enjoyed the meal last week.
Yes, so did we. It was a good night.
I mean, we are friends, aren't we? And we're a community. We pull together. I don't know if you know it, but we're strapped for cash. We're really struggling at the moment. If you sue us, we're finished.
We're not exactly on easy street ourselves.
Yeah, we're barely scratching the living as it is.
When the tourists and sightseers stop coming, and they will eventually, we're going to be struggling even more.
Look, this is nothing personal, Jack. We really like you and Sarah a lot. But financially speaking,
Are you going to sue us, then?
We've got no choice.
What she said.
I think she might have something to tell us.
Have you spoken to her?
What do you mean?
And now that she's 16 years old, have you spoken to her? I don't know, about contraception and things.
She got all that from you.
Yeah, well, perhaps she'd been better if she'd have got it from you.
Oh, so it's my fault? Of course. Why didn't I think of that?
I can always blame my unhappy childhood on my parents arguing all the time.
Jess, what is it?
What's what?
Your news.
Oh, that.
Yes, that.
Well, whatever it is, we'll support you to the hilt, won't we, darling?
Well, yes, of course we will.
I'm glad we're being so civilised about this, as it all could have turned out rather ugly. Well, 2 pregnancy test kits can't be wrong, I hope. It's definite. I'm definitely not pregnant.
You're not pregnant? Well, that's wonderful.
Cheers, Dad.
Then why all the rush to get engaged?
Love. Call me old-fashioned.
Very funny.
Can't wait to get out of here.
I can't wait to have you home. Our bungalow's going to look great. No expense spared, your dad said.
In the position he's always wanted me. Helpless.
That's not true. Look, he's doing all he can for us, and I mean us. He's already given me a job.
As what?
The stables at the Heritage Farm. Perfect.
Forget it. What the hell am I supposed to do while you're out working?
If we're stuck in together all day, we'll drive each other mad within a week. Chris, I've got to have some sort of a life, and it makes sense working for your dad. If there's ever any problems...
You are going to leave me, aren't you?
I said I'll never leave you, and I meant it.
I agree. But I can't force him to see his shrink. Spend most of my time trying to stop him from attacking me.
He is suffering, you know. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. But what can I do?
Well, you can be as patient and understanding as you have been up until now.
Look, I want him to get better. I want to see him get on in life. To put all this and his prison record behind him.
Well, that's the kind of support that he needs.
Well, what can I do? I'm already giving half his mother's insurance money to him and his sister.
Does he know that?
Of course.
It's best we don't have any trouble today, Michael.
You're worth it, lad.
I hear you're having to sell Mill Cottage.
I don't have to sell anything. Christopher needs a specially built bungalow, so there's no point in keeping the,
I might be interested.
Well, it's going on the market for 185.
140. Cash now. Say viewers, bidders, buyers pulling out.
We can't move Christopher until the bungalow's finished. We're in no hurry.
The offer's good for 24 hours only.
Eric, I think everybody's here now. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, may I say thank you for being here today. This plaque and bench are meant as a symbolic tribute to those deceased and also as a memorial. Although those from the village will never be forgotten in our hearts. If you'll permit the indulgence, perhaps a moment's silent reflection would be appropriate. Thank you. All that remains for me to do now is to officially and formally make this bench available to the public to sit on.
Photographer's here.
Why doesn't everyone just gather around the bench?
Yeah, let's have a few sittings.
Look, but keep the
Right, clear.
I didn't do this for the publicity.
We all know that, but it'll help to boost funds, won't it?
I'm sorry,
What's
no.
up, Eric? Camera shy?
Well, I am a bit. It's just not my style, that's all.
He's never been camera shy before.
He's never had his picture in the paper before.
No, he hasn't, has he?
Okay, everybody.
I'd just like to add my personal thanks to the bench, Eric. It's a nice, thoughtful gesture.
Well, thank you. You're very kind. You're not staying for a drink?
No, I must get back. Make sure our teenage children aren't breaking the place up.
It's a feeling I know only too well.
Another time.
Yeah, just coming. The minutes of the meeting, Lynn.
I know. I'll get them done.
No doubt. The question is when.
When I can, Doctor. And if that's not good enough for you, feel free to exercise your democratic right and find another mug to do them, OK?
What are you going to have, Jack? Eric, what are you having?
No, I'll get them.
Look, get away. You're the man who's paying for that bench.
All right, give him a large scotch.
And another pint.
Aye.
Thanks, gents.
Nice gesture, that bench.
Yes, it is.
Shying away from free publicity, too.
Shortcut to bankruptcy, I'd say.
It's his privilege, I suppose.
It'll be a good atmosphere in here.
Yeah. Once Turner gets this place fully opened, we're going to have a bit of a fight on our hands.
Yeah, what with these Viking artifacts. And that well's a real bonus. Tourists will love it.
I bet he's planning a gala opening night, too.
That's your department. Sorted.
Well, the night of the Woolpack Gala, I'll book a cabaret act at the sports club. Something spectacular. He'll be throwing coins into his own well and wishing he was somewhere else.
Have you seen the faces on Frank Tate and Lynn Whiteley?
Getting worried, are they?
They can't beat the atmosphere of a country pub with a few novelties thrown in, and they know it.
Yeah, but does Frank Tate strike you as the sort to take defeat lying down? Me neither.
A few Viking artifacts, perhaps?
Definitely.
With a plaque saying how they were found and how they got there.
Definitely.
I'm beginning to enjoy this. Oh, and that even more.
Look, I'm not prepared to give any statement other than what was said at the ceremony, right? Now leave me alone.
Now then, no look on the old job front?
I've a few good years left in me, Joe, but nobody else thinks so.
Well, Jack says if ever need a hand, he'll turn to you.
Oh, well, that's good on you, Jack, but when will that be? And what do I do till then? Life's short and I'm too old to wait.
Yeah. Another?
I was waiting for you to say that.
Charlie?
So who's minding Alice?
Oh, my mum. I have to sort out a childminder, though, if I want to go back to work.
Cut into your wages quite a bit.
Well, I've got no choice, have I?
Oh, Tom. Cheers. I've said something really stupid to Seth. He's upset.
Can't you make it up to him?
He could use a little help from his friends.
Not going anywhere, are you, Uncle Eric?
No, Michael. I'm quietly slipping away.
OK. I respect your need for privacy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, that man is an unsung local hero. He's well worth front page.
Everywhere I go in school, it's here's your mum, here's your mum.
What are you doing knocking around with the likes of Brian Fowler? He's trouble.
What trouble? I didn't see any.
That boy has a well-deserved reputation.
I'm 17. I don't need to be bottle-fed anymore.
Where are you going?
Out.
Well done, Mum. Really put your foot down there.
Yeah. Very public-spirited, that bench. Eric. Very impressed we were.
Purely a political gesture.
The best ones always are. Still, time presses on and we have some business to discuss.
I can pay you back every single penny.
Now, that's what we like to hear.
There is a slight problem. But as soon as the inquest on my wife is over, the insurance company will pay out.
And then you'll pay us?
Absolutely.
I understand. You cannot be held responsible for delays in probate, can you? Of course, Eric. It's okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
However, we're all subject to the vagaries of capitalism. Loss of interest, inconvenience, et al. So now we're having to apply late payment charges to the final bill. Rather like the credit companies. If that's agreeable. Splendid. Well, next time we meet, we shall conclude this business. Because if it isn't, the next plane shall land on you.
I am sorry, Seth. You were right to be upset. But I've put the word about to try and find you a job. What else can I do?
You were showing off to that, were you?
Yeah, you're probably right.
No, probably about it.
Seth, can I say something?
It's a free country. Free to starve and all if you ain't got a job.
I've got Nick as my gardener. If we're going to be truly authentic at the Heritage Farm, I'm going to need a gamekeeper. Someone with real experience of the job. You know, show people around how it's all done.
There aren't many of them knocking around.
Any suggestions?
They don't come cheap either.
Everything's negotiable, wouldn't you say?
Well, subject to a suitable salary. I know somebody who might do it. And I get to keep out a shoot.
So long as it's not human.
Thanks.
Well, if the Woolpack's got a well, the Heritage Farm can have a gilly.
See you.
I'll get my reward in heaven.
Maybe you'll get your reward tonight.
I tried, but the Windsors are as broke as us.
That's all we need to hear.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about it now. We'll think about it tomorrow.
Hey, Seth. Really pleased for you. Really am.
I know you are, lad.
What we've got to do now is find somewhere to live, and we'll be well set.
Do you fancy another, Seth? Seems you've got some celebrating to do.
I've got enough here for now, thanks.
Well, when you're ready, eh?
Aye, cheers. Hey, I'm right sorry to hear that Windsors are taking Joan like that.
Yeah, it can't be helped. All right, love, what do you want?
Well, I presume I'm driving you and Joe home.
Mineral water, please, Shirley.
I'll get it.
Too kind.
Well, go on, Seth.
I went in post office before the ceremony. Windsor's are definitely suing you over Donna's accident.
Yeah, we know.
Oh. And they said Joe has even admitted liability. And they said that you were there when he did it, so they're going to call you as a witness.
Yeah, I need another drink.
Well, I'll make the most of it. After the court case, you won't be able to afford another one.